Good afternoon, this is Bremster, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. One thing that has been pretty clear since I've been unwell in the last week or so is that I've been definitely having some trouble scanning and that I've been missing some obvious Sudoku tricks. Well, one of the things that I used to do to practice my Sudoku scanning was I would do the Patreon content that was provided by Ashish Kumar. He provides every month 20 classic Sudokus that do not require advanced techniques, but they do require often some quite tricky scanning. So there'll be hidden pairs, there'll be hidden naked singles, there'll be all sorts of stuff in the grid, and they just really help with improving your basic Sudoku scanning. And when you're doing variants, you don't often come across advanced techniques, but you do need to have good basic Sudoku scanning. So I used to do the 20 puzzles that he would provide as just his classic pack every month, and I used to do those. And recently I've been a bit busy and I haven't done them. So I reached out to Ashish and said, can I do 3 or 4 of your puzzles on my channel and both promote your work and get that practice in a way that I'll be able to share and help me. And he was very, very gracious and said I could. So I have his last 6 months worth of puzzles. I got my Dungeons and Dragons dice out, and I rolled a d6 for a month, and then I rolled a d20 to say which of the 20 puzzles from that month I would do. And I have randomly selected 4 puzzles. I'm not going to record them all in one session, but I will edit them together into one video. This intro is being recorded separately. And then I'm going to attempt a bunch of just classic Sudokus and try and improve my scanning. I will provide links to those puzzles below. Thank you very much, Ashish, for allowing me to do what is paid content on my channel. I highly recommend people go and check out Ashish's Patreon, where this is all done. Also his Sudoku solving channel, which I'll link to above, but I will link to his Patreon below as well, which is called Enthralling Sudoku. And every month that you're a member, which costs $5, you get 20 classics, which are like the ones that you will see today. You get 20 variant Sudokus, which will be 9 different variants, both in a slightly easier and then a slightly harder puzzle. And then you'll get a 2 at the end, which will be combinations of variants. Again, they'll be varying difficulties, but they're always good fun. And then you will get a pack of, I think it's 5 hard classics, which require more advanced techniques. And the 45 puzzles you get for $5 are good practice, good fun. I found that when I was first learning Sudoku, they were probably the best value Sudoku packs I got. I spent months just doing Ashish's puzzles from Enthralling Sudoku. I'll be perfectly honest with you, when my holiday plans were cancelled for my 50th birthday and we couldn't go to Europe, I spent my 50th birthday doing Enthralling Sudoku packs. So I'm going to stop ranting now, apart from to say the Save the Galaxy puzzle adventure is still running, so I will put a link to that below as well. So if you haven't saved the galaxy, please go do. I'm recording this before it started, so all I know is the feedback from my testers, which has been amazingly positive. I haven't got any feedback from actual solvers yet. I'm hoping it's great, but we'll see how all that goes. So yeah. On the name readout for that, I will be doing a name readout, but I'll probably be doing it at the end. If people have seen the pack, they will understand why, because you can submit partial completion, and I don't want to pressure people. I'm happy for people to submit like 3 puzzles when they complete them, and if they then manage to solve another 4 later on, submit that later. I'll bundle it all together. But yeah, I don't want people to feel pressured to get in for an early name read, so I'll do a name read at the end. I'm going to pause this video. In fact, I'm going to stop this video so I can reset everything up. And for you, it would just be a quick dissolve, and then I'll be back with another puzzle. Okay, so this is the first puzzle I'm going to do. And the way I've ordered these puzzles is in Ashish's packs, there's puzzle 1 through 20. And normally they're kind of ordered in sort of easiest to hardest. This is not always true, but as a trend, it seems to be the case. And so what I've done is, as the from the random puzzles I've selected, I've put the ones with the lowest numbers first. So I'll be jumping forwards and backwards in months based on the random puzzle I've got by number. As I said, I just rolled a d20. So this is classic number 6 from December's 2021 Enthralling Sudoku set. So let's give this a shot. I'm not going to go over the rules. I think we all know what they are. So, well, I see 3 twos looking into this box. 2 would have to go in one of those 2 cells. So this is a 2, which puts a 2 in one of those. I can put an 8 right there. I'm kind of going to try and do this as a bit of a speed solve because, as I said, I'm trying to improve my scanning. That's the whole point of this exercise. So 6, 8. So this is just a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 9. So this is a 7 and this is a 9. And I am sure everyone will find heaps of examples of me completely missing stuff, and that is fine. The whole point is for me to feel more comfortable and whatever. Have some fun doing it. If you enjoy laughing at me, then that's all fine. I need to put a 2 in one of those. That's not jumping out of me. 1, 2, 4, and 7. So that's a 4 or a 7. That's a 1, 2, 7. That's a 1 or a 7. It's not where I think I should be looking. This is why I need to practice my scanning, because I am not doing great. 1 is in one of those 2. 9 is right there. So in this box, I need to put a 4 right there. So this is now a triple, which is 3, 6, and 8. This is not 8. This is a 3, 6, 8 triple. So this becomes the 3, and this is a 7. So this becomes a 1 and a 2. So this is the 1, this is the 2. So this becomes a 1, 4, 7. This 3 looks down, making this 6. So this becomes an 8. So this becomes a 6, and I take 6 out of those. I need to put a 2 right there now. So these are 1, 4, and 9. Well, that's 1, 4, and the others are 1, 4, and 9. So this is a 1, 4, 7. So that's a 1, 4, 7 triple. So that becomes the 9, and there is no 9 there. So what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Which means this is not the 7. This is why I need to practice. 5 is not in those. 2 is in one of those 2. That is not lining up in a way that I'm particularly fond of. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 7. There is no 3 there. That's not jumping. 1, 3, 5, 6, and 8. So 8 is right. Oh no. See? Making mistakes. Do I just have to pencil mark everything here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful opening. I have stumbled. 1, 4. So 4 is in one of those two, which limits 4 to one of those two. But I kind of already had that. Okay, I think I'm getting to more judicious pencil marking. So 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So this is 3, 4, 7 and 3, 4. So along here I need 1, 3, 5, 6, and 8. 1, 5, and 6. 1, 3, and 6. Oh, wow. That's what I needed to spot a little bit earlier, I think. I'm not sure it's going to help me, but that is a 2-9 pair. Because 2 can't go in any of those because of the 2's pointing down, and 9 has got the same pointing. So that's a 2-9 pair. So does that limit that cell? Not as much as I might like. I've still got 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 5, 6, 7. That's not as helpful as I would like. Is this got a similar pointing constraint? Not that I'm seeing. Normally when you find something like this in one of Ashish's puzzles, it's exactly what you're looking for. This is why I'm getting practice. What am I missing? 1, 3, 5, 6, 8. So 8 is in one of those two. Makes that a 3, which means that's not a 3, and that gives me... So the 2-9 pair means that I couldn't put 3 in those cells, so that knocked 3 out of all of those, put 3 into there, took 3 out of there, giving me the 5-7 pair, which makes that the 3. That's what I was missing. So that becoming a 3 will give me something, I'm hoping. 3 is now forced into those, so that becomes a 2-3 pair, which I'm assuming is going to force something into one of these, similar to what happened over here. Nice trick. So 9, maybe? 9 now has to be in one of those two, which makes that a 7. That becomes the 9. Very nice. So 9 is in there. This makes this the 1 and this the 4, which makes this the 7, this the 1, this the 4. The 7 makes this the 5, which makes this the 7, which makes this the 6, which makes this the 1, which makes this the 5. There is no 5 in here. This is 3, 6, or 8. Not seeing that yet. But this is a... yeah, not thinking right terms right now. Naked single now. These are 1, 4, and 6. Can't put 1 there. This is the 1. So this is a 4, 6 pair. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, and 9. There's no 5, no 8, no 9. That is not resolving particularly sweetly. So this row, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. So this is 5 or 7. 3. Well, that's 3. It sees 1. This cell sees 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So this becomes a 3. This is not a 3. Makes this 2, this 3. The 2 makes this 9 and this 2. The 9 makes this 5. So this becomes 8. This becomes 9. The 5 makes this 7. This is not 7. This is not 1 anymore. 3. The 5, 6 makes this 3, which makes this 7. Takes the 3 out of there. That is a 6, 8 pair. This 8, 6 over there makes this 8, which makes this 3, which makes this 8. That's probably been sitting there for a while, but as I said, I'm here to practice my scanning. This is now a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 8. So we put in a 4. We put in an 8. The 4 goes over here, making this a 6 and this a 4. I go back to here, putting in a 5. This becomes a 1. This becomes a 6. This becomes a 5. This becomes a 6. And that is not a horrible time, I don't think. I did that in about 10 minutes. Could have been better. I definitely got stumped there for a bit trying to find these pairs, and when I found this, then the ramifications of it forcing the 3 into here and that starting the chain. That's what I missed. Okay, not too bad. That was not bad exercise, and I was spotting all the other stuff pretty quickly. That's my first exercise run. I'm going to stop this video and then I'm going to come back with another puzzle for you in just a few seconds. Okay, so the next puzzle that came up randomly was Classic 12 from November. So this was a jump up to a 12, and as I said, they do tend to rank in difficulty, so I've no idea if this is going to be a huge jump or not. Sometimes they get a little bit harder, or even sometimes they jump down. Sometimes I just see things that I didn't see before, so I really don't know what I'm in for. So let's give this a shot. So I can see 2s, I can see 1s. I don't know why I've always seemed to start at the bottom of the grid, and I probably shouldn't do that because people tend to hide things at the top of the grid. There's 7s in there. There's 2s in there. I'm just doing the normal Sudoku eliminations at this point. There are 6s in there. Is there anything pointing that I should be looking for? There are 6s in there. So there's such as this 9, 4 looking up here forces, here we go, this 9 and this 9 forces 9 into those 2 spots, which means 9 in this box has to be in those 2, which places that 9. That's the sort of pointing stuff I was looking for, which puts 9 into those 2, which gives me that 9, which puts 9 into those 2. 9 down here is not as restricted unless there's something else I'm missing. Now, did that block anything else in these boxes? 7. This row, maybe. No, 7 is in one of those 2. So 4 is in here, but I don't have... Like if there was a 4 in this column, that would force 4 into one of those, but I'm not getting that effect. Or I maybe am, but I'm not seeing it. It's possibly somewhere else in this grid. Fives. One is in one of those two. Wow. Symmetrical. No, not symmetrical. Me being a doofus. I saw that 4 and went, oh, it's the same trick. It is not the same trick. It is the same trick with the 6s, though. So those are 6s. 6 has to go in one of those two. These 6s are lining up, which means in this box, 6s can't go there. In this box, 6s can't go there. This is a 2-6 pair. That's a nasty hidden pair. So this is a quintuple, but I'm more interested in that, I think. I'm not sure. 5 now has to be in one of those two because this 5 is forced out of... 5's pointing into the box and they've been eliminated from those. Is there anything else like that going on? Maybe? But I'm curious about this quad. 3, 5, 7, and 8. So this is 5 or 7. 3 or 8. Hmm. Three, 4, 7, or 8. So this is 3, 4, 8. This is 3, 4, 8. And this is 3, 4, 7. I am... So 1, 2, 3, 4. Still could be with the 6s. 7, 8. Wish I could match something with those. That's a 129 triple. Let me undo all of that garbage I just put in. But 9 ones and twos are... How did I get the ones? What have I just done? Okay, so ones and twos. 1 is forced into those two cells by these two ones. 2 is forced into there. And those 9s are forced 9s out of all of those. So 9 can only go in those 3 cells where I've already got 1 and 2 forced. This is a 129 triple without that being a 2 and without that being a 1. That is just nice. So this becomes a 3, 4, 5 triple, and I can't put a 4 in there, so that becomes a 4. This is a 3, 5. This is a 4, 6 pair. This is why I keep coming back to these puzzles. They are just nice. This 3, 5 makes this a triple, which is 1, 6 and 8. This can't be 6. Is there something else like that going on? Not sure. So 2 has, I'm going to put those marks back in. That 2 has to be in there. So this is from, I'm not sure. This can be 1, 8, 1 or 9. Because it sees 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This can only be 1 or 9. So this is a 1, 2, 9 triple. So this has to be 5 or 7. So in here, yeah, of course, I had to put a 3 in here. So this is 1, 3, 6, 8, 9. So this is 3, 6, or 8. I can't put a 6 in there. So this is 3, 8. So this becomes a 7. This is not a 7. This is not a 7. This is a 7. Okay. Finding things slowly. That makes this a 5 and this a 7. That 5 just confirms what I had there. And this is why I often don't race with Sudoku, and I get a little bit weird with the gas puzzles, because the more I put on the gas, the more my eyes hurt. So these are curious to me because there's only 5 missing from there, and I've got a 3, like 3, 4, and 3, 5. No, that's a 3 because of the 4. Not scanning is why I'm here. So there's no 3 there, there's no 3 there. So this is actually now a triple, which is 2, 6, and 7. So this becomes a 2. There is no 2 here. I've got a 6, 7 in box 5. So this 2 means this is a triple, which is 4, 5, and 8. I'm sure that will resolve at some point, or I've already made a big boo-boo. Both are equally likely. I want to look at this now. So 3 has to go into this side. 7 I've got. So 2. Is 2 limited on which side it can go? No. 3 is. 4 is not. 5 is not. 6 is already in here. 7 is already in here. 8 is not. 9 is not. Okay. Only 3. I'm going to put that in, even though that's not the best idea. So these are 1, 5, 7, and 8, and they must contain a 5 and a 7. So this is not a 5 and a 7. So this is a 1, 8. So I take 1, 8 out of there. That's a 5, 7 pair. Another hidden pair. Is it going to do me any good? Maybe. I need to put a 7 in one of those. Missing something obvious. So this is 1, 3, 8, 9, which I already knew and is not being looked at by anything I'm obviously seeing. 1, 2, 2 is in here. Actually, is this box a problem for me? 3, 4, 5, not really. Of course, digits in black are still actual digits. They don't have to be in blue to count. And this is an important thing that both Ranks and I get wrong. I have no idea why, but we do. At least we have something in common. Of course, it slows me down when I want to make a joke, but I want to make a joke. Making jokes is fun. So this is now even more restricted. 1, 2, 5, and 8. So 1, 5, and 8, 2, 5, and 8, 1, 2, and 8. Because I've got all the 7s. I did get this 6 as well. So what's that doing for me? It's making that a 2. Same rule, but this time with blue digits. 2 and 6. This puts 6 right there. Yes, that is a 6. This is a 4. This is a 6. The 4 makes this an 8, which makes this a 4, which takes 4 out of both of those. So 2 is in 2 is right there now because 2 can't be in there or there. So that takes 2 out of there, which makes this the 2. Now this is a 5-8 pair because of that. Not sure, but these are 3, 4, 6. So this is 3 or 4. These 1, 3, 4, and 8. Well, this is a 4. There is no 4 in those. That is a 3, 6 pair, which makes that an 8, that a 5, that a 1. This is not a 1. This is a 5. 1, 2, 3 goes in there. Oh boy, I feel like I've now made an absolute nightmare somewhere. I think I've made a mistake somewhere, but that's hopefully just bad feeling. 4, 9 in here. This is a triple. 1 has to go. That 1 is making this an 8, which makes this a 1, which will make this a little bit easier to put a 1 right there. These are now 3 and 8, which do not appear to be immediately resolved. This 8 might give me something. Or maybe not. That's a 1, 6 pair, which makes this a 9, which makes this a 9, which makes this a 2 and this a 1. These are now known triples. So one of these is now, that is not the 9. This is the 9. This is not the 9. Type in the right thing. 4 and 8. Okay. 2, 3, and 5. Well, that's not 2 or 5. That is a 3. That's a 5. That's a 2. This now has to be a 3 or an 8, which means it is not an 5. This is the 3. So this now is 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. So this is the 3. This is the 8. This is the 3. This is now 4 or 8 still. I am probably scanning like an absolute stormtrooper. 148. This is not the 8. 8 is in here. What have... That 3. 6 and 3 makes this 1, and 6 makes this 4, and 8 and 1, and 9 and 4, and 8 and 4, and that looks good to the computer and to me as well. That was a bit longer. That was about 15 minutes. But I think that was definitely a step up in difficulty. Okay. I will pause this one and I will be back for you in just a couple of seconds with the next puzzle. Well, that wasn't as long for you as it was for me. So this is classic number 13 from January 2022. Not fresh off not fresh off the presses, but not too bad. So let's give this one a shot. This pattern does not fill me with much hope for being able to spot stuff quickly. 9s. Oh, that's a 9. So I did spot something quickly. 5. Well, 5 goes in one of those two, which puts 5 in one of those 3, which is not great. Now I can see 8's pointing into one of those 2. This is a very weird little pattern. And I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be looking for. What other okay, yeah, what am I doing? That is not a 5. See that right there? Do 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 do. 3 is not there. This box seems to be the one under the most pressure. Is anything... Yep, that is an 8 in the middle. So, 3, 4, 6, and 7. So 7 is right there, and this becomes 3, 4, 6. This is not 4, this is not 6. I've got to put a 2 up here, which means 2 goes in one of those 2. This is a 4. Where do I put 4 in this row? Well, if I put it in any of those, I've made a big mistake. So this is a triple, which is 2, 3, and 6. This is not a 6. This is not a 2. So this is a quad. Don't want to pencil mark it just yet, but I do want to see if anything is obvious. 1, 7, 8, 9. Well, that makes this an 8, 9 pair, so this becomes a 1, 7 pair. This is the 9, this is the 8. Yep, that's helpful. So this is 2, 3, 4. And this is not the 4. Actually, I'm going to keep that because I do want to remember. So this is a quad. 1, 3, 6, 7. Well, again, 6. If I put 6 there, I've made a mistake. And of course, that's the 3 since I got that 4. So this is the 2. This is the 4. So these are 1, 3, and 7. This is not the 3. So that's given me all of that. Now I've got to turn that into something more powerful. So 2, 4, 5. So this is a 2, and this is a 4, 5 pair. Now can I do something up here? 1, 3 goes there. So this is a triple now, which I'll mark, which is 1, 6, and 8. 8 can't go in there, so this is an 8. Well, that's been incredibly useful. So 4 and 5 go down here, which make these 1, 2, and 6. This is not 6. This is not 2. Okay. So I'm looking for the areas that are under the most pressure, and it seems to me to be that row, unless I have missed something completely. I'm going to look at this row. 1, 6, 7, and 8. So this is there's a 1, 7 pair. 8 has to be in one of... 8 is right there. This is 6. This is another 1 7 pair. So 8 had to be there because I couldn't put it in any of those. Once I'd done that, this was 1 6 7, and I couldn't put 6 there or there. So this became the 6, which has given me a bunch of 1 7 pairs. So that's kind of useful, I hope. 8 8 8 8 8 8. So 8 is in one of those two, and 8 is in one of those two. So that's the X-wing on 8s. Kind of want to look at this quad. 2, 4, 5, 9. So this is 2 or 9. This is 4 or 5 because I've got the 2, 9. 4. This. Good thing I'm not racing. This is now a triple, which is 1, 4, and 7. Well, there's no 7 there. This is giving me a 1, 4, 7 in that box, which is likely to be useful. So that means these are going to be 2, which goes in there, 3, which goes in there. I've got the 4, 5, which goes in any of them, I think. 6, 7, 8, and 9, which also goes in any of them. I'm not grumpy. So 3, 5, 9. So I need to put a 4 down here. Because I can't put 4 up here. Wait a minute, what have I done wrong? Yes, 4 must go here. So this is not a 4. So 4 must go down here, where 4 lines up with this. So I can't put 4 in those 3 cells because it has to go down here in this column. 4 is in a 4, 5 pair there. I cannot put 4 in here or in here. 4 must go there, which makes this the 5, this the 4, and this the 5, which makes this the 4 and this not the 4. That is sweet. Now, what is that giving me? Conniptions, that's what it's giving me. This is a 2, 9. So this is now 3, 5, or 9 because that's all that's left in this column, and it's not 9. So 9 is now up here, which means this is not 9. This 5, again, same problem, makes that a 3. This is why I'm wanting to practice my scanning. I'm going to do more puzzles after I have finished the video, of which I'm going to do 2. But I thought I would do a couple of, as I said, I would do 3 or 4 of them on camera so you guys could see along. For if you want to do more of them, jump to the Enthralling Sudoku Patreon and support Ashish Kumar. It is well worth doing. 2 must go in one of those 2 now. What have I lost track of? I have lost track of something. This is going to be a long video, but there are 4 puzzles in it, so, you know. That's a 5. 5's looking into that box, 5's looking down. That is a 5. So these are 1, 7, and 9. This is not a 9, so this becomes a 9. That being a 9 makes that a 2, which jumps up, makes that a 9, which jumps over, making that a 5, and that a 9. The 5 jumps back, making that 4, and that 5, which jumps over, making that 1. This becomes 7, this becomes 4. The 1 makes that a 6, which makes that a 1. The 7 makes that a 1, which jumps down, making that a 7, which takes 7 out of those. I've got stuff all over the place now. I could go in so many different directions. I feel lost. 1 and 2. This is the 1. This is the 2. What's the best way to do this? Probably whatever way I don't pick. This is 6 or 7. Told you. This is now 2, so this is 8. This is 1 and 9. So this becomes the 1, this becomes the 9, this becomes 3, this becomes the 1. This is 3 and 6. So this is 6, this is 3. That makes this 7 and 6. And we need to put into here an 8, which goes there. And the last digit I am missing seems to be a 7. And that is classic number 13 from January 2022. So again, I will pause. I will take a short break again between these to rest my eyes, and you will see me in just a few seconds. Ooh. So we're back with puzzle number 4. I know this is going to look like a really long video, but it's got 4 puzzles in it. It's going to be really cool for everyone. You get 4 puzzles to solve. So, yeah, once again, normal Sudoku rules apply. Let's give this a shot. That's a 7. I can see that right away. 7, 7, 7. Can't be a 7. That's a 7. Let's see if that's all I get. I do get to put 7s down here. That's a 9. I have got the 9. Ones. So actually that's a 1-7 pair. So 1 and 7 have to go in this box somewhere. They can't go in those 3 cells, and these ones are already occupied. These parking spots are already taken. The 1 and the 7 drive into the parking lot looking for somewhere, and these are the only available parking spaces, which means that has to be a 7. That is not a 7, which puts 7 right there, which puts 7 right there, which puts 7 into one of those 2. Do I get a similar effect with 1s? If so, it's not jumping out at me. It is not a monster in the closet. I do get to put 3s in one of those 2, however, because 3 can't be up there and it can't be in those. So 3 is in one of those, which means when I come down to this box, I can't put it there or there. It has to be in one of those, and that 3 knocks out of there. So this is a slower solve than it could be because I'm explaining more. Okay. So these are actually a triple, which is 4, 6, and 8. Well, this is not a 6. Or if it is, then I've got something fundamentally wrong in my last many, many times of solving. 6s go in there, which means 6s go in there. 8 goes in there, which means this is an 8. And again, same thing. 8 has to go in this box somewhere and it can't go in those. That 8 knocks out of there, which puts 8 down here somewhere. Somewhere down there. But I've now got 7, 8, 9 in here, so that's all done. So across here, 1, 4, 5, and 8. 1, 5, 8, 1, 4, 5. Not as cool. 4 is in one of those 2. Same trick. Trick. It is just basic scanning, the purpose of this video. 5. Okay, 5 can't go in those or those because of the 5's pointing in. So 5 goes here, which puts 5 right there, which puts 5 in one of those 2. This is not a 5 anymore. Did that do something here or in the row? Or neither? Or both? This is a quad. As in 4 distinct digits, not a thing that you play sports on. 2, 3, 5, and 9. So that's a 3. Okay, that's not a 5. So there must be a 5 in those. 3 in there is giving me... Well, it's locking 3 into those 2. There's been a lot of different tricks in these four puzzles. Like the trick in the, I think it was the previous one down here where there was the hidden triple. And, you know, then the naked single here. Cool stuff. I like these puzzles. These are really good practice. Need to do more with completing it though. Less talk, more solve. That's never going to happen with me, by the way. 1, 2, 4, and 6. There's a 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 6, 2, 4, 6. Is that a 1 or a 4 only? Yes. Well, these are 1, 2, 3, or 4. That one can't be 1. 4, 5, 8 in there. 1, 2, 4, 6. I can't put 6. So this is 2 or 4 only because I can't use the 1 either. So there's hidden, very restricted cells like that all over the place, but I'm not finding the right one. 6, 6. 3 is limited to those. That's not the trick. Probably. You know that thing where your confidence starts to fail? I'm hitting that level. Um, what are the digit interactions I am missing? 6, 7, 9, 6, 6. I've got all of that. 5, 5, 5. That being a 7, 8 pair, I don't know how, is kind of important because, and this is a pattern that you constantly see in these puzzles where you've got 7s and 8s in rows, or not specifically 7 8s, but digits looking into a row and eliminating from all of that, and you get something like this. So these are 1, 4, and 6, which means 6 has to be in one of those two. Which means 6 has to be in one of those two. Oh, this is not 4. This is not 1. So that's your standard triple trick of if you get any of them, the others will collapse. I'm drawn to column 2, and I'm not sure why. 1, 3, 4, 8, 9. Yeah. That was wrong. Or at least it feels wrong. Nine. No. Okay. Is that... No, it's not. It's not a trick I would normally use on one of his puzzles, and it's not quite right anyway. I mean, that is a finned X-Wing, but I don't want to use a finned X-Wing on one of his puzzles unless I absolutely have to. So let's keep going. Because it should not be needed for this puzzle. I've missed something. But I did think that this might be the hardest of all of them, so still doesn't mean I'm not missing something. 259, 468, 293. I mean, it could just pencil mark a lot of stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 5. Why is it taking me so long? Because 5 in this box has to go in this column. That is not a 5. This is a 5. What did I just actually cover the pencil mark on there? Nothing. Okay, so this is a 5. This is not a 5. This is a 1, 4, 8. That took me a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Wasn't particularly helpful. I mean, I've got the 5s in there. Oh, this is a 3, 5 pair. Because again, pointing pairs everywhere. And that's been there since the very beginning. This being a 3, 5 pair has been there since the grid was empty. Because those are black digits. Those are black digits. These could only have been 3, 5 since the very start of the puzzle. So does that put any other pressure on these? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. That is a lot of horrible pencil marks. Three, 5. This is not 2. So 1, 4, 6, 7, 8. That's a 1 or a 4. 4, 6. Feels like something weird is happening over here. Two, 3, 4, 5, 7. Why is that? 8, 9. Yeah, that's a 6. Remember how I said if you resolve one of them, you'd resolve all of them? Well, it was there from the very beginning. It was in front of me all the time. That 3, that 4, that 1. So that means 6 is down here somewhere. Not jumping out at me. Oh, no. No, okay. I was wondering if that was a pair, but it's not. That is a pair. That's a 6. That's a 1. That is not a 6. That is not a 1. That is a 3-9 pair. That is an 8. This is neither 3-9 or 8. That is a 4. That is not a 4. That is a 2. That is a 4. That is not a 4. This is a 2-3, which means this is a 4-6. This is not a 4. This is the 4. This is not the 4. This is actually a 6. This is a 4. This is an 8. This is a 6. Okay. In some things, rushing is doing things too quickly is bad. Maybe Sudoku is one of them. This is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 9. Once again, I've got to 9. That is not a 9. This is a 2, 3, 5 triple. I wondered if this was going to be a 4, 6 pair. Turns out, yeah. So this is a 1. This is a 7 and this is a 1, which means this is an 8 and this is a 7. Take the 8 out of there. That's another 4, 6 pair. Not focusing correctly. As in, my eyes are not focusing correctly. But we will persist for our art. Like this is art. 2, 4, 5. This is not 5. This is not 4. Yes, I definitely need a break after this. A long one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. So this is not 1. This is not 2 or 8. Hang on. There we go. 3, 5, 3, 2, 4, 5. Not 2. So this is 6. This is 9. This is 2. I'm going to blow those away and re-enter them, which is normally something I don't like to do, but that's a 4 and an 8, so that's an 8 and that's a 4. These are 1, and I know there's stuff in other locations of the grid that I could resolve, but this is actually fruitful, and eating fruit is fun. This is a 6, 1, that's a 2. This is not 2 or 8, so that should be a 3. This should be a 1. This should be an 8. That what is left is a 2. This is the 8. This is the 1. This is now a 4, so this is a 6. There is no 2 there, so this is a 5. This is a 9. 5 makes that a 3, which makes that a 5. The 3 jumps over here, making this a 2 and this a 3. And I probably should finish this off. I mean, yeah. Okay, so that was 4 classic puzzles by Ashish Kumar. Thank you very much, Ashish, for giving me permission to do these puzzles. They were exactly what I was looking for being able to practice my scanning techniques again. And I'm going to go do a bunch more. And if other people would like to do a bunch more, as I've said, jump to the Enthralling Sudoku Patreon that I have linked below, and throw Ashish $5 a month, because you will get 45 really fun Sudokus every month for doing so. And that's, I've burnt my brain out. A few cents a Sudoku. It's worth it. Even if they take you 10 minutes, it's like 10 minutes of fun for like 20 cents. Okay, well worth it. And they just keep coming month after month after month. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you had fun with that. If you want some free fun, there's of course Go Save the Galaxy. That is still going on. And good luck everyone with your solving.